You know, I just figured this is kind of a shirtless news. I did one that came out today. That what I did on Friday. And I have one coming out, I think tomorrow, a driving video on BlindViews. That's the way he hears it. Who now has permission to go on vacation, got triggered by the man on the moon, right? When you buy the airport, that happens. I got a job interview on Thursday with a company that's been recruiting me since the company I work for now, which I don't mind, but just the hours will be a little different, a little earlier. I'll be able to get off earlier, maybe a little more money, less picking up other people and more customer driven, which I like the other job. So, I mean today was, this was I don't know, it was pretty good. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, it was, I don't know, all said and done, probably about $210. But so I said, sure, I'll go in. I'll talk to you. We'll see what happens. I said, I'm going to give a 2-week notice. I'm not going to just walk on. So don't expect me just to walk. I don't do that kind of behavior. I know we have a right to work, but doesn't mean that kind of behavior. I don't do that stuff. I mean, I've been cut loose at jobs before. All of a sudden come in like, hey, door's locked or something. But whatever. We'll see what happens. But they've been recruiting me. Got a phone call from the guy. Somebody gave me his number, whatever. He gave me my number to somebody else. I said, all right, I'll come in. Anyways, babbling on here. It's Sunday, week 2 of the National Fix-It League. Cowboys are getting beat. It's pretty good games going on right now. But downtown Minneapolis, the Running Ponytails are playing, and the Twinkies. And tonight is the Queens, or the Minnesota Mosquitoes, are playing the Atlanta Fakers. So downtown was crazy. I was down there a couple times, and it was just everywhere, worldwide and nationwide. So a lot of people walking around, causing trouble. And anyway, so I saw that BlindViews, right, was triggered by the Old Man Nation. So it popped up today that someone wants to get my attention. Because, his other video, I want to do a video where he walks like a duck. Watch how he walks towards the camera, spitting, and then he walks back. He walks like a duck. I want to put a camera on my deck and walk away and then walk towards it and do like a duck, a BlindViews duck walk conversation, because he walks bow-legged, right? That was kind of hilarious. He's on vacation because Obama, in his words, he couldn't go on vacation because Obama won't let him. Told Hunch, the convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, draft dodger, think he could go on vacation. So the visa let him go to Florida, right? And he was giving crap on not wearing a shirt, and you see me, shirtless news today. And I did the one, I'd like to see if, what's her name, Morning would, allow me to, sit on the beach with her. Anyway, so I just, like I told Carl, I love it. He calls me the mumbler. I smoke cigars. Yeah, that's what I do. I walk around. Like I told Carl, that means I'm speaking. You don't want to hear what I have to say. I'm living rent-free in that dark head of his. That hateful brown shirts, far righty. I was going to do a video, my thoughts on the murder of the Charlie Kirk, and say, hey, it's unfortunate. You can't speak your mind. Just like on this platform, you speak your mind, you get a strike, or they take down your channel. I'm going to talk about that. It's unfortunate he got shot. He's not a hero. It's too bad Old Man Nation privated his video. I'm just going to say, listen, do a video on it and say, hey, you can't be shooting people because you don't like their opinions. So he talks about Carl, that he could pass the bar. No, you're too dumb. And that the physical thing for the firefighter he couldn't pass. I think Carl could. Anybody can pretty much, unless you're in a wheelchair, can pass that stuff. I knew a woman who was a pretty obese woman. I knew she was a computer girl. I think she's a firefighter for Crystal. I mean, when I was younger, yeah. Being a bar exam, I don't think so, young man. Mr. BlindViews, Mr. Paul. I mean, that hair is just. I mean, he's kind of reverting back to Peter Ace Frehley. Before he was somewhat Robert Plant. So he bitched about him and called me the mumbler. It's really a shame that 980 subs here. This channel is getting in 13,000 views, 13,000 subs, and someone came over. I get what I get. Just because you have 13, but no one, someone goes, no one listens to us. Yes, the one guy that listens to us is him. Because I told Carl it's fun to push back on him because he's used to trolls in the room where people run off and get scared, and how he harasses people, what he does, loves to rip on people, can't get enough of Tater, rips on Mikey, and then to talk about listening to videos. I listen to a lot of videos. I listened to one today about the royal family, but the servants are Hebrew slaves. Expect a bunch, get paid very little. I listen to a lot of that stuff in my ear. I can listen to Old Man Nation in my ear when I'm driving. I don't need to see it. I listen to a couple of Vietnam videos. I think I listened to about 10 videos today, and his was the last one I listened to. I had to go pick up some Sweden people going somewhere, and they don't tip squat. It was about 15 people, about 10 bags, $5, but no big deal. Do I have Venmo? No, I don't have Venmo. I said, I don't need the government to know what the hell I'm making. To shake my hand. They found $5. That's fine. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't expect a tip. It's nice. I expect a thank you. Like George Thorogood says, waitresses and bartenders don't live on compliments. Anyways, but here's what pissed me off with the whole thing. I loved it. It was great that he's on vacation. I'm living rent-free in his head. Me, especially Carl. Carl, I call him Santa Claus. Who get the nickname I did, and he repeats it. And I told Carl on the phone, what pissed me off, he goes, Santa Claus delivering to kids. In that negative way, damn near the P word. Hey, I played Santa Claus for my niece and nephew when I first got married to Sue Ellen. I'd say a good, maybe 30 years ago, 25. I had a great time because they didn't know who I was. They were happier than hell. I was ho, 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 giving out gifts. And they'd sit at your lap and they'd tell you what they want for Christmas. It's like working at Disney World and being Mickey or whatever. I mean, a friend of mine, his son was a good skater. He played for University of Minnesota. And when they would go on the road for skating, he would dress up one of the costumes and he would skate. And he goes, I was making everyone happy dressed up as Mickey skating around. Disney on Ice. He goes, I had a lot of fun doing it because I was making people happy in there. So he did that illusion like something with the kids, right? I just like, man, that just shows he's getting pissed that he's going low on somebody without saying the P word. Yeah, I love living in his head rent free. He's living in my head. I love pushing back on the guy. He can't handle it that some buffoon. I mean, I'm on my adventure channel. It's got more. It doesn't matter anyways. No one cares over there. That I can rip on a guy. I don't hate BlindViews. I just think he likes to preach hate. It's what he likes to do. And he's a far righty. He's the brown shirts. They all get together. You know, I just living in this man's head rent free. Makes me laugh and it makes me cry. That a grown-ass man who claims he's blind, right? Remember, I'm blind, but go shoot a gun. Then he does his boring driving video. We're happier in a public pool. I've been in a pool before. St. Martin has some nice pools with your straggly little hair, your little duck walking out on the pool, I'm scaring people, whatever it may be. I don't know. Walking down some street. Mom, who's that man out there? Who's that? It's Halloween here. I mean, he doesn't have to wear a Halloween outfit. Just goes out with the way he is. Who are you? I'm just a scary individual. You know? Oh my God. But it's fun to be rent-free. The shirt off, the whole 9 yards, and give him crap with no shirt on in the pool. And his hair getting caught in there wearing a bonnet. Because he listens to what I say and what we talk about. He listens. I give him content. Hi, BlindViews. How you doing? I'm not afraid to say his name. He actually mentioned Carl's name. He's too chicken. He probably can't pronounce Cowpote. His people, no one listens to. Yeah, you listen to view. You watch him, and I get views. I get it. There's a lot of better guys out than him or anybody else that doesn't get a lot of views. I get it. Would I love to get 30,000 views per video? Yeah, but it's not going to happen. Even if I was a nobody came out right now and put together some really good train videos, you're lucky to get 100. But all the people that listen to him are a bunch of far righties, brown shirts, that like to gaslight people. And that's what he does. It's all Blind Views is. Go on vacation and you do two trigger videos. So what does it tell me he's doing on vacation? He's watching people and we're under his skin. How can these three little idiots be under his skin? Because why? He's watching. And don't tell me somebody sent you an email. I love that. Well, somebody sent me an email. BS. That's my favorite hall pass. Someone sent me an email and I went and looked. BS. Don't send me an email. Give me a break. It's a bull-faced liar. Just like Carl said, he accused of him saying something about his wife. He never proved that. That was a classic, you're talking about my wife. No. We've always said your lovely wife has to put up with your young-ass behavior and go do your stuff. Would do that kind of behavior. I just think it's hilarious that this idiot myself here in Minnesota, cigar-smoking, mumbling fool, I guess, who made money today, cash, went out and made her. I could pass the fireman test. It would take a little bit. I could do it. It's not like I'm going in the Army or the Marine Corps. And I'm not belittling firefighters. It's not easy. But trust me. And believe and trust and believe. There's a great Edward James Hubbard always said. We could do it. I don't think he could pass the bar exam. He's not a very smart individual. I don't think I could do it. My wife, it took a lot of studying to do it. My mother, my aunt, they were brilliant women. Brilliant. See, I don't think he can handle my wife or my mother or my aunt because one of the most really brilliant, smart women I know. But other ones, I don't think he could handle that. I like smart women. I don't like dumb women. I never have, never will. Can't stand it. My brother liked those kind of women. Like, oh, what do you want me to do now? Oh yes, kind of like Coming to America. Whatever you want, sir. I don't like that kind of behavior. I like an equal or smarter. Why I married up, not down. Stupid people shouldn't breathe. That's why I have no children that I know of. But it was just epic video that I'm in his head, man. I'm living rent-free in that guy's head. Because he can't handle it, them giving him crap back, which he likes to harass Tater because he struck his channel, Mr. Grudge Holder, But he's swearing in the video too. You can't, he can't just have a conversation because he's uneducated. That's why he doesn't know how to have a conversation without swearing. It's hard for you to find me to swear. I don't cuss. I try not to. I know how to. Ask Carl when I'm on the phone with the guy. But in a video, I have to think to be a prejudicial pig. I really do. To say something, a racial slur, which I don't say, but I really have to think. Say that. I think it's absolutely hilarious that I'm living rent-free in his head, and he's so triggered that he does not one but two videos with the duck walk. I love the duck walk. You can clip that and do a quack, 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 back and forth. Eye for an Eye was out. He would call it the Blind Views duck walk. Walk, 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 walk. Because that's what he does. It's a bull-legged duck walk. It's what I'm gonna. The deck I have there, I'm gonna put my GoPro up there and then walk back and forth and pretend I'm Blind Views and I'm a hater. I'm gonna piss them on about people. Someone's gonna get my attention. You've had your attention. You just have nothing better to do. He's a far righty, man, and he can't handle it when someone pushes back. Like I said, murder that guy. You want to piss him on the far left, far right? I'm in the middle. When you preach hate, you're going to get hate back. It's the way it works. And I don't condone anybody shooting anybody. Trust me. I don't. I have no time to have that behavior. But I just think it's hilarious that he's on vacation and he's listening to what I'm saying. I had to put this out tonight. I just had to. I think it's so hilarious that he just cannot handle a moron like myself making fun of him. I think he can't handle it because I lured away Santa Claus and the Man in the Moon because they were all three of those guys united by hate on Sarasota Tim. And I get people don't listen to me. I get it. Views. I have 900 subs. Those subs are from way back when, the Papa Grizz time, when me and him were fighting. All those subs are way back when. He has 13,000. Barely gets 1,000. What does that tell you? Those are old things way back when his hating days, when he hated all the time. That's all he ever did. That's what the guy is. He's a hater, man. That's all he's ever going to be. He's the brown shirts, man. The SS, you know. Probably has a picture of Hitler in his house. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't run with felons or any of that kind of behavior. I mean, I guess he likes a convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, and a draft dodger. I don't. Won't do it. You know, I guess the president has flat feet, but he plays an awful lot of golf on flat feet. And BlindViews is allegedly blind, but boy, he couldn't shoot a rifle and sure can see things and read. He's real good at. He's a grifter. He is. He asks for money when he can sure read the money coming in, because that's money. Looking down. What he does. Loves to watch it, wait for that money. Got the link in there. Give me money. Give me money for what? I mean, why? You know. He's also cheating his customers out because he's supposed to have a members only. You know. Same thing with morning. You know. And I think Mighty Python in the fly. Think about it. Who would you rather go on a 10-day cruise with? Morning or Mighty Python? Who do you think? For 10 days. I mean, they're both nice ladies. I just think Mighty Python would bitch the whole time. And I just think Morning would be just kind of, have the time of her life and just enjoy herself. Where I think Mighty Python would bitch the whole day. This isn't good enough. No! In your ear. Can you imagine her and her ear laying in bed together? Wake up! Ooh. But it's, I saw, what's his name, commented on a video, Dingling did. Appreciate him. That's like a no-no. He commented on a video. I'm like, wow, the driving video. I was driving around. That was kind of funny. So Dingling made a comment. You know, Ding, you're going to get kicked out of the nest if you're commenting on my videos. But he is a grown-ass man. Call the show. Call the show. Let that Dinger on. That would send BlindViews, the leader of the brown shirts, off the edge. But I didn't like how he alluded to kids in a negative way towards Santa Claus. Didn't like it. Pick that up, you guys. That's not cool. You can't allow that kind of behavior. That was a negative, like, giving the kids. Santa Claus, kids love it. We all like Santa Claus, right? You see Santa Claus, you get a smile. The Easter Bunny, right? You all like that kind of behavior. Halloween's fun because you get dressed up as somebody. You know, I dressed up as the Incredibles one time. That was fun. Love the movie Incredibles. All right? Like I said, I'm a whore for water parks, right? Trails, right? Come on, man. I was like, that's a low blow because he's so pissed. He wants to devalue us three. That's what he wants to. He wants to devalue. That's what you do. That's the first thing you do is you devalue people. It's the first thing you do. And like I told Carl, if you're gonna elude that kind of behavior towards somebody, maybe you have a problem with that, or maybe someone in your family. You're trying to reflect from what you are. If you're going to accuse somebody of being that kind of behavior, maybe you have a problem with kids. I don't know. I've always said that. If you're just going to make those allegations, maybe something's going on in your inner person. Just like people that are so homophobe, that at one time when they were in their teens, they're experimenting with their friends, and they got caught, and they're so pissed off at gay men because the old man beat them. You can't do that, you know. Remember, you can't watch two women and get a chubby, but want to staple a man to a fence, right? Can't do that kind of behavior. But I've always said, when you want to accuse, something's going on in your life. Something's going on. That's all I'm saying. So, I don't know. I think it's hilarious that we're going down this road and it living rent free in your head makes me laugh. Okay, BlindViews, and that's the way I hear it. That's the way I see it. So anyways, guys, we'll keep it at 20 minutes here. We'll watch some football. This is the shirtless news right here on YouTube. So we're in the fag car at 81,000 miles. Trees are starting to turn. We're at the time of our life. So this is always funny. It's too bad he has to go low, but that's all he knows. Stay triggered, my friend. Stay thirsty. Your head is fun to run around in. It's pretty hollow and it's very dark. And you're a lot of a hater. So I'll talk to you guys all later. From the outskirts.